Hello, how are we all? Mr. Waffles in the house. How you doing? Cara's in the house. I'm at my daughter's house with my children. May disappear suddenly. You've needed help with the wee ones. Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, we've got the grandkids downstairs, so you might hear some banging and some noise. Like, whoa. You got to have your grandkids round and go and see your kids and your grandkids on a weekend. Of course you have. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. I said yesterday, I might go live. Oh, look, what a surprise. But there's just a couple of things to go. Well, three things, actually. So it should be good. Should be good. How you doing, Cara? Hope you're living the dream there with your daughter and the kids. So, yeah, I've got to escape. Got the grandkids in the kitchen. Then on the next level, wifey's now watching telly. And on the next level above that, you got me up here doing this. Way! So it's a wacky weekend. We see the grandkids every weekend. It's marvellous. It's marvellous. It's nice when they go too. So yeah, happy days. But I thought, yeah, I saw Tommy Robinson put a video out regards to May the 16th. I was like, oh yes, it's only 4 minutes, sorry. So I thought, oh yes, that'd be a good one. And then we want to touch on the I got the video of the Baraka from the Baraka Murray, if you know him, the show that he does, from where he said about Restore Britain being something in with the Gestapo. So we've got that to show you. And then Hugh Anthony, who, funny enough, I tweeted and I put Anthony Hugh. I got his name wrong. And he's tweeted back and said, my name's Hugh Anthony. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I got your name wrong. But are you about 4 o'clock and we can have a chat about this? But he didn't respond. So he's probably got a life. He's not on Twitter all day. So, but yeah, I started calling him Anthony Hugh. my name's Hugh Anthony. So I checked my thumbnail and I had it right. So it was all good. So I thought we're going to go through those three things. That'd be good. So we've got Tommy Robinson, then the Baraka and the Gestapo comment. And then we also got Hugh Anthony about the video where he comments about Baraka and a young lady and people that are casting it as racist. I think it's Beats and Boogie, but they're saying like racist. But I think there's more to it, honestly. But you know, got him. Hey mate, I'm enjoying a nice plate of fruit scones on this lovely Sunday night. Oh, fruit scones, yes. Result, mate. I've emailed you about tomorrow because Michael McCarthy was like, oh, could I do Monday with Mo, with you and Mo? So I've emailed you to see if you fancy doing that, mate. If you do, then we'll have Michael McCarthy talking about his stuff with you and I, and we can ask him some questions, as can everyone in the audience. So that's an option for Monday with Mo. There'll be three of us, me, you, and Michael, if you so wish. So either email me or let me know in the chat in a minute and say, yes, Wiz. Michael McCarthy, not a problem. And then I'll email him and say, yep, I'll send you the link for the 1 o'clock. I'll send you the link tomorrow morning as well, obviously. It's going to be a good one, 1 o'clock. Don't forget, ladies and gents, all new times next week. It's literally so much easier. Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. There you go. How cool's that to say? And then Wednesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. And they're the call-in shows. And then I'll randomly do weekends like Saturday, Sundays, probably around like any time between 2 and 5 o'clock. I go live, I expect, whatever's going on. Who else we got in the chat? We got Drew Lang in the chat. Evening, 4 o'clock. Nearly. It's afternoon. So wait for people to get here. You know, like I say, we'll do the Tommy Robinson, May the 16th for a little bit, 4-minute chat. Then we got the Baraka Amori lie or whatever it is about Restore Britain, and then Hugh Anthony. How about that, ladies and gents? We've got a new member in the house. Good, the Gospel of Jesus. Hello, welcome. It was good to see you back yesterday. I'm glad you're back. Missed you. So good to see you. Happy days. Thank you very much for joining and supporting the channel. I very much appreciate it, as does my wizard beanie and wizard hoodie. That's me. That's me. Yeah, those pictures. That's me, mate. And on my hat. Wizardwords.com for the merch. Throw that in there. But happy days. I like the new times, Wiz. Yeah, I thought it's because they're all over the place, weren't they? We had like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday 1, then it was Thursday, Friday at 4, then it was Thursday, oh yes. So I was hoping, Cara, that people would agree as well. And we got Give the Gospel of Jesus here now, who's now a member, so she's gonna love it. Monday, Friday, 1 o'clock. Oh, it just rolls off the tongue. Wednesday and Thursday, call-in shows, so we can all talk in the evenings, should you wish, and that will be 7 p.m. So simple, isn't it? Monday to Friday, 1 p.m, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. Oh, hey, I'll still get the times wrong. I had to look a couple of times when I was putting in the About page to get it right. But like I say, we got the first video on the show with the Tommy Robinson one about May the 16th. So I think there's plenty of you here. We should get it all going on. So, yeah. But like I say, Cara's liking the new times. Happy days. What happened to Baraka? Well, there's two things. One thing he said, and another thing that Hugh Anthony said to him, but I'm not too sure about it. So we're gonna talk about that and see what we think, ladies and gents, because I might be wrong, but I'm not too sure. We shall see. Cara says hello to Give the Boss Gospel, and Cara says business. Good day, Australia. I'll see what you done there. Good day, Australia. I'm hoping for May. Yep, I've got my headphones so I can actually listen to the situation. But Tommy Robinson is the first video, because it's May the 16th, and I think, unless I'm wrong, this is the first time he spoke about it. So I was like, oh, definitely worth mentioning this and letting everybody see it, because obviously, like you say, Tommy Robinson, look, 646,000 subscribers. He could always do with some more. So, you know, go show the man some support. I think he's in America at the moment. Make sure you can hear it as well. Let me know if you can hear it. I think I've clicked all the right buttons, so you're going to be able to hear it. If you can't hear Tommy Robinson, let me know, like volume, or just put no or whatever, and then I'll have to change it. I'll have to have a look. But I think I've set it up right. I think I have. So this is only 4 minutes. So let's listen to what Tommy says, and I'll be typing in the chat if need be to reply, because I don't want to talk over Tommy. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, Guardian Mo. Yep, I'll show that in 2 secs. I'll just play this video. Let me know what you think about Michael McCarthy joining us on Monday, Guardian, whether you think that's a good idea or not. Otherwise, I'll do a show with him on Tuesday. But other than that, we can do it Monday. But let me know. Me, you, and Michael. Michael's a very knowledgeable man, people.
What's the most important date in the calendar of 2026? It's not your anniversary. It's not your wife's birthday. It is May 16th, and it's central London. Unite the kingdom, 4 nations, 1 kingdom, bringing the UK together. Britain, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, even the Republic of Ireland are coming over. People are hitting London from all over the globe. They're coming to give us a voice. The world's alternative journalists, the world's independent media are coming. The entire globe is going to be looking at central London when we send a message. What is our message? We've had enough. We've had enough of betrayal. We've had enough of the replacement. We've had enough of mass immigration. We are proud British people. We will be silent no longer. We are coming together. We're uniting and we're celebrating who we are. You've made us feel ashamed. You've made us feel isolated for too long. We're not isolated. We are together. We are unified, and that will strike fear into the heart of the British establishment. They're losing. Their power's crumbling. They're tentacles of the totalitarian state, the media, the judiciary. It's all crumbling. The world is watching. Every government around the world is looking at Great Britain and laughing at them. So please come. There's an election before our event. Let Unite the Kingdom on May 16th be the date that the Labour government, Keir Starmer, that man that turned his courts on our people, he turned the media, he weaponised them. He imprisoned innocent mums. Innocent grandfathers died in those prisons. He weaponised it all to try and strike fear into the heart of the British public. It didn't work. It's lit a fire in our bellies. We're coming together. We're coming to London. We're coming peacefully. We're coming joyfully. We're going to sing. We're going to have a great day. We're going to have a celebration. It's wonderful. If you went last time, you know how good it was. Everyone who went last time, bring your friends, bring more family. Come to central London. It's happening on May 16th. May 16th will be looked back upon, as will September 13th. September 13th was the largest gathering Britain has ever seen. Ever. Ignore what the media say. It doesn't matter what they say. 66 million people watched our video. That's the most watched event. Forget Live Aid. Forget all of it. This is the biggest concert, the biggest celebration Britain's ever going to have seen. And it's happening on May 16th. You want to be able to tell your children, I was there. I was there during that cultural revolution. When Britain stood up, when the people come together, when the silent majority said no more, I was there. See you on May 16th. And we have put together a song, a track to celebrate it. Learn the words. Make sure you learn the words. So when it bellows out across our capital city, across the globe, because that's what's going to happen, you know the words, you can get involved. 4 nations, 1 kingdom, May 16th.
May 16th, Central London. The call goes out again. 4 nations, 1 kingdom. 1 voice that can't be silenced.
From England's heart to Scotland's hills, from valleys wide to Ulster's will, the drums are sounding, the call is near, for every patriot to gather here. 4 nations, 1 kingdom, together we rise. Beneath 1 flag under British skies, we will not bend nor compromise. 4 nations united before your eyes. Our voices thunder, our banners fly. 4 nations, 1 kingdom till we die. England, Scotland, Wales, Revire, Ulster, this is our land, our truth, our song. Together we stand, together we belong.
Goosebumps. Ooh. I don't know about you, but that was a bit. Ooh. I like. Let me know what you thought of that. That was quite cool. It'd be funny if I'd done all that and you couldn't even hear it. That would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? But yeah. Well, that was a good tunage. So there we go. May the 16th, ladies and gents. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah. Guardian Mo's. Don't forget, Monday with Mo. Every single Monday, 1 o'clock, we talk politics. Maybe a bit of news. We might have Michael McIntyre on Monday. I want to wait and see if Guardian Mo gives us the okay, and there'll be 3 of us Monday, so that'd be good. And we'll listen to what Michael has to say. Barrack's Gestapo description of Restore was out of hand, but generally he's smart and a good thinker. Spoke to him a few days ago on the phone. He's a good man. Yes. What we're talking about here is I'm not going to attack the man as a person at all. I like what he does, what he stands for. He's good. Nothing wrong with that. I thought you might have apologized and said, hang on, because I know what it's like when you're live. I've said things when I'm live. I'm like, did I actually just say that? Why did I even say that? Do you know what I mean? So we all have our moments, don't we, ladies and gents? But so, I'll take it with a pinch of salt, but it needs to be called out, and I'm going to show it for you when he says it. It's just one of those things that you just should not have said it. But yes, I agree with what Guardian Mo is saying. Like, he is generally a smart guy. Definitely, he's a good thinker. He goes out and about and he does his stuff. He talks to people like he is here, Sarah White and Richard Thompson from Advanced UK. Do you know what I mean? He's a good man. His heart's in the right place. His mind at this point was in the wrong place, and a slip of the tongue maybe, or he was looking, to try to say some sort of description of, and it just come to him. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, I'm not going to sort of like blow it all out of proportion and say the man's a bad man or whatever, but I know some people have unfollowed him because of what he said. Whether he comes out and apologizes, then people will actually resubscribe to him, I don't know. Who knows? But I like him. Yes, Yams. I like Baraka too. Definitely. Yeah, I do like him. Mose, has he retracted, apologised? I've been looking but not seen anything. No, I haven't either. I did look this morning because I was going to say, like, we're going to go through this, but since Baraka has apologised, so I was going to say that. But like I say, I'm not having anyone like want to be anything towards him or any nastiness or whatever. There's no need. The bloke said it. It's there. We're all gonna pick at it, aren't we, in the comments and that. But I mean, he does good work. It's just the moment. This is sort of thing you don't hold against the bloke forever. Do you know what I mean? It's live. You say something, you wish you never. He probably wished he never. Or even at this point, he's not even got wind of it. And like, oh my God, yeah, I remember saying that. Oh, people are actually talking about it. I didn't even realise. So it might be even that. But he's a good bloke, honestly. But I don't I don't know if he's retracted or apologised. That's one thing I don't know. The even greater concern for me was the lack of challenge from Richard Thompson, National Director of Advance UK. Yes, I thought he might have got called up on it. So someone say it like, hang on a minute. You literally just said like the Gestapo. That's a bit. Let me. I did. I thought, oh, instead of trying to explain, what I'll do is I've saved a little thing so I could just say like, so we can say what it is. Like the Gestapo, like to use the thing, the Gestapo. When it's like there's two sort of descriptions I got. They're both slightly different. So I thought, right, we'll use both just so we know where we're coming from. But the Gestapo was the official secret police of Nazi Germany, notorious for its brutal enforcement of Nazi policies and suppression of opposition. The Gestapo, or Geheim Staatspolizei, was the official secret police of Nazi Germany, notorious for its brutal tactics and role in the Holocaust. So, why would you say Gestapo? I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, that's like, oh. I thought I need to look it up because you know what Gestapo is, as we do. But to read it, like for me to tell you that, like that's literally how it's written. There's two different definitions, like they're the same blooming thing. They literally say the same thing, but you know, one's added the Holocaust type thing to it, and the other didn't. But my word, mate! Hello, yes, that's me. Look, I like Baraka too. Yeah, I got my message on screen. Woohoo! but yeah, and there was on that one where I put I like Baraka too, I actually put about 4 or 5 different stops on that, and then YouTube rejected my comment. It said, YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means they think it's spam. Try changing it a bit. So I literally just put 2 dots after it and it come up. Look. So I know some of you say that YouTube's been censoring you, and we don't like being censored here. I want you all in the chat. Have your say. Not a problem. I will try and go through every single chat and bring it up. If there's something you definitely, you know, you don't want me to miss it, I always say at the top, you can buy me a potion and support the channel. And then you can ask your question there on Ko-fi and I'll load it up. Or you can do a super chat and then I won't miss it. But I do try to go through, and all I say, like, you know, just watch the adverts in it. That supports the channel. And it don't cost you a bean, does it? Don't cost you a bean. Doesn't cost you a coffee bean or a baked bean. How cool is that? Bless down below supports Baraka. Yep, I like him. Me too, Wiz and Yans. Very disappointed. Yeah, it's just one of those moments, I think. How you doing, Alan? Hope you're well. I saw you guys watching Paul Fort, not watching me. I couldn't believe it. I was going to go live, and I realised Paul Fort was, so I went live earlier and then ended it like after he wants to live, because I can have a stream where I get about 19 views and Paul Pop's had 1900. I'm like, oh, that's a bit disheartening. But yeah, I watched Tommy having dinner with Tim Paul in America. It annoyed me that Tim didn't take that silly little beanie off while eating. I know it's glued to his head. I've been wearing this the last few days, a bit chilly. I'm got to get my hair cut. As soon as I get my hair cut, I'm not wearing it. It's just that the back and sides getting a little bit long. It can go, ooh, you know what I mean? But yeah, I have seen him with Tim Paul when he was talking about the skateboards and the logo and whatnot, doing it thing. But I like Tim Paul. He's good. He used to be on the left and now he's on the right. So there you go. But yeah, that's it. That's his trademark, that beanie, innit? And I watched all 8 hours. Oh, the last one. Let's go, Tommy. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. Wasn't it? That was a good tune. Well done to Tommy Robinson. That's what I'm saying. Hope you don't copyright with you for playing that, like for you lot. Do you know what I mean? I'll have to just like delete that bit if he says anything. I'll just make it go silent. But normally Tommy Robinson like spread the word, do your thing. It's normally good like that. So do Welsh have distinguishable DNA like us Irish and the Scots? I believe they do. I believe they do. Christ is king. Obviously, of course he is. Goes without saying, Yams. But I know he's saying. All right, Yams. Amen. That's for the tune. It was good. It was good. Pat the Milkman, who's not a milkman because it's a reference to Father Ted, which I found out yesterday, is here in the house. How you doing? Gallo Gambino style. Biz, hello, lad. Pat Mustard, hello, 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 hello. It was, and we heard it, yeah. What about you, Cara? Hope you're well, yeah. Can somebody point out that race that he had a man set upon for at the demo the other day. I'm doing that. Hugh Anthony, I've got the video after this bit, mate. I've got it. We're going to play it. We're going to listen to it. Look, there it is. That's the video right there. We'll do this one first, though. But yeah, I've got sort of thing to say about that, but I don't know if I'm going to be right or wrong. We'll find out. But you have to let me know what you think, because I'm going to tell you what I think, and then we'll see like what you think, because I do watch people's faces analysis. I do watch like eyes, mouth, twitches, all the little micro expressions, macro expressions. I'm good at that, and I normally like, you know, signs of deception or whatever, body language, whatever, happy days, words chosen. I did do some videos about that. I don't know if they're still up or deleted, because I was looking at probably doing more videos like that, and I was like, do you know what? No, people don't care. There's other people out there that do it. So, you know, what's the context of his comments? Let hear him out. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about. But you need to watch Hugh Anthony and watch Baraka and how they both react. Do you know what I mean? Oof, I'm the one just hearing about this. Not good at all. I posted about it under the video in question, so he should be aware. Oh, right. Okay, cool. Up the cherries. How you doing, mate, on this glorious Sunday? Tottenham are playing Arsenal today at 4:30. I'm expecting Tottenham to get their behinds handed to them on a plate. We've been doing so bad, but we're doing well in the Champions League. But yeah, I hope your team's winning. I hope all of you who support football, whatever team you support, I hope they win. Or they draw, but they don't lose. I keep saying Baraka is naive and undereducated on the subjects in hand, and that makes him dangerous. Having said that, I like him and his work, but he is out of his depth in frontline politics. I think he's sort of maybe newer to it, learning or whatever. As am I. I'm very careful with what I say. I try to be anyway, because there's nothing worse than you say something you think you've upset someone or whatever. I mean, unless you're deliberately trying to upset someone or have a go, then that's what I'm trying to say with Baraka. Like, we're going to talk about it. I don't want anyone starting anything with him. I don't want him getting any like comments, this, that, and everything else. You can talk to your view, and you can say on the video, I've watched your video, you said this, blah blah blah. That's, yeah, of course you can. But me, I'm trying to say, like, I don't want people who's watching this now to then go, oh yeah, we've seen it on the Wiz, right, let's go over there and give him like, I can't believe you said that. That's what I don't want to happen, because it's not fair on him. And like I say, when you're live, you have a slip of the tongue, you know what I mean, slip of the tongue. But yeah, naive and undereducated on the subject, possibly, mate. Yeah. I think, yeah, maybe Baraka would agree with you as well and say like he's learning, you know, a bit wet under the collar, or a bit wet behind the ear, or whatever they say, isn't it? So, but I mean, I'm not absolutely sort of like the dog's nuts at politics. I'm learning as I go. I mean, you know, obviously throughout my life, you're always watching, learning and listening and reading and whatever, but I've never done it like this per se, and where I literally got to the point where I became a member of a political party like Advance UK. I'm keeping an eye on Restore, and I'm sort of seeing what's going on. I'm live, don't forget, Thursday 9:30 next week. We can do the Gaunton and Denton live as we get the results, so that should be good. I'm hoping there's somewhere we can get the live results and we can watch that and we'll chat about that. I put a video up about that today. It's quite shocking, really, that how close Green and Reform are. Green and Reform for Gaunton and Denton. I know, say no more. But yeah, Cherries, I think that's fair. I don't think Baraka would be offended by that sort of observations about him. I don't think. I was hoping, I did message him, but I assume he gets loads. But I wouldn't mind having him here on my channel as a guest, so we could have a chat and like an interview, get to know him. I wouldn't mind that. It'd be great. But I don't think he ever gets my. I put up messages and I send emails. I never get any respondes. Do you know, one day I spent. Actually, it wasn't one day, was it? It's like 2 days. I must have sent about 40 emails and I didn't get any response from anyone. And then I was like, right, I'm putting up on X, just saying, anyone want an interview? And that's how I got Craig Walton. So that was a bit of luck. But yeah, we'll watch this. What he says. He accused the man of calling him the other day when the man did no such thing. That's what I'm literally going to show as well, mate, in a minute. So Let's right. Let's watch this. This is the video. It's just about 49 minutes, and he says it at 50 minutes and 13 seconds. So about a minute in. But I thought we'll start a minute behind just so you can get the conversation and see what they're doing or whatever. So let's have a listen, and then you guys can tell me what you think.
Really, until like a couple of years ago, when they'd been going for such a long time. They'd changed names themselves. They'd gone from obviously being the Brexit Party to then becoming Reform. It took them such a long time to get 30,000 members, and it took us, like Richard said earlier, it took us 9 weeks. So I believe we are doing enough.
Yeah, which is really, really fast for a new political party. Now, I want to go to you, Richard. This is the policy draft. We've not heard much from it since the release, since the conference, when Ben was out there getting out there, telling us about it. And you guys kind of spoke on a lot of stuff. You spoke on maybe I'll say 5 pillars, and that was immigration, that was sovereignty, family, visas, and culture. Now, it looks like a lot of people care way too much when it comes to sovereignty and immigration, and a little bit of culture, meaning, you know, the British culture, the way of life, and the way of government. Now, I want to ask you, because immigration has been a huge topic, and Restore Britain has become the I would say the Gestapo, in a sense, where they're gonna go out there and round everybody. Some people who do not share their way of life, and they'll make it so hard, so uncomfortable for them to stay here, even if they are legal immigrants, even if they are contributing. And this is obviously, I'm quoting from the main mass deportation folder, which I stayed up all night to finish it off. So I'm well equipped to interview you guys. Now, immigration, you guys, it looks like your immigration is kind of the same with Restore Britain, but it just doesn't go that far. And why is that? Why is your immigration policy so reasonable that also... Why did you stay here, in a sense? Why is it here? Why is it not this far? Or why is it not over here where you can maybe meet a little bit of Labour Party or maybe Reform? But it's just in the center where it's more like, hey, we're going to do this because we have this system that can already do it. We're not going to introduce the Great Clarification Act.
I've never heard our immigration policy described that way. To be fair, it is extremely robust. I mean, anyone that's here illegally will essentially be detained and deported. We have going to remove anybody from any country that we have a green list of countries that we deem.
So there you go. Basically, you can get it in the context, but I'll go back with not so much. And then he literally says Restore Britain.
A lot of stuff. You spoke on maybe I'll say 5 pillars, and that was immigration, that was sovereignty, family, visas, and culture. Now, it looks like a lot of people care way too much when it comes to sovereignty and immigration, and a little bit of culture, meaning, you know, the British culture, the way of life, and the way of government.
Get ready.
Now, I want to ask you, because immigration has been a huge topic, and Restore Britain has become the I would say the Gestapo, in a sense, where they're gonna go out there and round everybody. Some people who do not share their way of life, and they'll make it so hard, so uncomfortable for them to stay here, even if they are legal immigrants, even if they are contributing.
That bit there, even if they're legal and they contribute, I've not heard any Restore say anything. Oh, they're legal and they contribute, they're out. That's what I've not heard that. But he definitely said the Restore Britain is like the Gestapo. Literally, I played it twice for you. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to try and catch up with your comments, and I'll get to the comments about that. So you literally just seen it. He did clearly say, like, Restore Britain, like the Gestapo, and even to the point where whether they're legal and they contribute, and they're still going to get booted out. I've not heard Restore say that. So unless you know something I don't know, unless you know something I don't know, let me know. I might even be wrong about that. They might have said that, but that is it where it comes to the buzzword of everyone Nats and they're trying to get rid of everyone. Do you know what I mean? Is it that? I'm hope not. But it seems a bit strange for him to say that. If they're legal and they contribute, they still go. I've not, honestly, I don't think I've heard Restore say that in their defense. So is it made just for until I comment? No, that's again, that's why I played it so we can all see it, mate. So because there's always like, oh, it could have been whatever, but he literally says like, Restore Britain is like now like the Gestapo. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why people reacting accordingly, I think, Cara. Yeah, saying neo-Nazi to Gestapo. Yeah, so but yeah, he's definitely said. If we literally just take it back a little and then listen.
Govern. Now, I want to ask you because immigration has been a huge topic, and Restore Britain has become the I would say the Gestapo in a sense, where they're gonna go out there and round everybody. Some people who
see round everybody. I think that's let me know what you think. Right, let's go through the see if I can catch up with where I was. There I was. Right, Doc was spotted in Benidorm. Hey, Benidorm Cat House. Oh, Electro Doc. Yep, he's living the dream. How you doing, Chirac? Hope you're well. No, it wasn't yet. Timples. That could be suable. I'm not saying that. I like Baraka and Restore Britain. Ain't the Nazi bits. Urban Jerk. It's Jupiter affiliated. I don't recognize that name. Welcome. Jupes. I saw Tim Paul video. Yep. Tommy looks super happy being in America. Yeah. After the ISIS spread, he looks like he's having the time of his life. Yep. Jupes. Oh, okay. I haven't seen the clip. I just know I'm sub to him. Yep, that's why I wanted to show it today because it was mentioned yesterday. I think Cara said it, and I said something about it. So, Baraka's Advance, yes, Baraka's Advance UK. Your auntie did an interview with me as well. Oh, did he? Let's show our perspective. Oh, Christ. Oh, but that was a giggle. Yes, it's very strongly advanced. Yep. Hello. I'm Advanced UK. Me too. I'm a member. I am a member. Oh, good. Yeah, me is Meow China. Happy days, Meow Porcelain. My old Czechoslovakian. I don't know what I'm doing. I've said that for so many years. Hugh Anthony is a vile little creep. He's no better than a slug. I haven't seen much of his stuff. He's brought to my attention yesterday. He seems to be quite, he's a Brit who's trying to do his bit for unite the kingdom by the looks of it. I can't say that. I've not seen enough of him to say that, but I'm going to show the video in a minute, which is regards the incident here with Hugh Anthony. So we're going to go through that in a minute, but we'll just let's talk about the old Gestapo comment because that was a bit nuts. It was a bit crazy. So where's the red carpet and marching band and welcome committee? For I have arrived. Sorry, Mark. Spurs loves it. Love it. Yeah. We're probably going to get smashed by Arsenal, aren't we? New manager. Here we go. It's okay. Hold the applause and restrain the crowd when you finally get your opinion. When we finally get your opinion. Yep. Cara. Oh, excellent. Yep. But yeah. It was slip of the tongue, then you would retract and apologize after, don't you? Yeah, literally. I mean, something like that, like being live, you would have said it, or say I would have said it. Someone like yourself, Cara, would have said in there going, oh, I don't think I would have used that. And I would have seen that, and I would have been like, oh, I see some of you are saying, because I said Gestapo, yeah, maybe I should have chosen different words. I apologise for that. So yes, there could have been a quick moment where, but being sat how he is like that, I don't think, can he actually see it, what people are saying or their comments? So he's a wizard. He just cast a spell, travel back in time to fix things, but I expect a retraction would be easier. Yep, that. Keep your eye on restore Wiz all the way to something. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on it. I am keeping my eyes on it. Green are worse than Farlet. Greens, it shows how bad this country's getting. The guys were assuming Barrett was there for foul reason. The guys was assuming. Yeah, we can list it because you got to watch him as well. So the guy, yeah. Ever faster full reform. Faster, yep. See, I knew that was there. You lot in your spelling mistakes, trying to keep me on my toes. Track, I saw you 18th district last week, Robin. I don't think he is wrong for having been beaten and unlawfully arrested. I don't think he is far wrong having been beaten over. But it should be the human rights don't matter. Yeah, well, there's a reason for everything, but obviously we don't know the actual ins and outs of your actual situation, but yeah, it just doesn't sound right, does it? Sarah White and Rich Thompson instigated this slur from Baraka. It's their fault and their part alone. Typical advanced left tactics. Something that, yeah, blame Sarah White and Rich Thompson. They made him say it. They made him say it. What humour that? Under commies, you have none. Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. Legal or not, Islamists shouldn't be here and need to be deported for the safety of the British public. Yeah, give them an inch, take a mile. There's a lot of that. Like you see that policewoman, and there says a bloke's preaching Christianity, and they're going, "Oh, he's going to get smashed up." And the policewoman said, "But that's the risk he runs by doing what he does." And they're like, "But this is a Muslim community." And you're like, "Hang on, this is England. It might be a Muslim community in England, but it's England, so it's a Christian country." And the way they were talking to the policewoman actually done really well. But yeah, they're trying to make out as if they're the victims. They're going, "Oh, it's hate speech." He's like, he's talking about Christianity. And the Muslims are like, "Yeah, but it's hate speech." Because he said our prophet was a donkey or something. And they're like, "No, he never." See, that's what it's like. They just make things up and trying to get him arrested for hate speech for talking about Jesus Christ. Oh, makes you laugh. You can't. Oh, so yeah, they're literally trying to take over certain sections in the country. And they say, right now it's a Muslim community, you're not allowed to talk about Christianity, even though it's a Christian country. So it's not going to end well, is it? Blimey. I think it's people scream for deportations like he did and realise that they don't have the grit to see it through. Yeah, that could always be something. We need Restore Britain, put us first for a change. Yeah, that's it, Ben. The people, I think, well, we saw, 14 years of Conservative, 14 months of Labour, and it was like the last thing on our government's mind was the people of this country. And I think they've had enough. They snapped. They're like, hang on. And that's why, hopefully, like Keir Starmer should get ousted, but they should call another general election. They shouldn't just appoint another Labour MP as Prime Minister because they weren't voted in. So what is very, very unfortunate is that Baraka is doing an immense job for Advance UK. Yes, he is. Which unbelievably no one else is doing, even from the party's perspective. Their social media, etc., is terrible. Yes, yeah. I mean, I'll try to do my bit and that, but some of the videos are popular, some not so popular. So I've got to try and gauge my videos to see what you guys react to more than not. Do you know what I mean? So, but I mean, we'll talk in politics. But you know, I'm Advance UK. You know, I'm on the fence about Restore, whether to sort of get the membership, do whatever, however, but not until they're an official registered political party, which they're not yet, but I assume there will be in the next 2 or 3 months. So, let's see what's going to happen in that. But yeah, Baraka seems to be quite a the good ambassador for Advance UK on YouTube with his videos and that. But you guys got to try and big me up to be even better. That's what I'm saying. No, it's not a word of challenge from Richard Thompson to that slur from Barrett. That's shocking. Yeah, that's why I kept it going for a little bit longer so you could see. And he's like, "Oh, I don't think we've been described. Our immigration policy has been described like that before." Literally, like you say, no comeback on the word. So that's why I let it play. So, if you said that, everyone would go, "Oh, we didn't see that bit." So I'll let it play. But you have to let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going through them. And then we've got Hugh Anthony with the apparently like racist towards Baraka. And is it Beats for Boogie, the young lady as well? So I don't agree with Baraka because I'm pretty sure that he will be the first to talk about that black community and their own values and way of life, but he's against others wanting the same thing. There you go, see? This is scaremongering. Why is it always the same thing? Everyone else can have their community and values and love the country runs, but others can't. Yeah, I know. Gestapo in a sense. No sense. Nothing to do with blooming neo-Nazis and the Holocaust, no. I don't think Restore would like to be labelled like that, no. And I'm advanced, and even I'm like, no, you put a word like Gestapo to like Reform or Restore or anyone else. It's just not on. So just no. Restore never said that. The Bird Box. Yep. Yeah, I don't think they've ever said anything about getting people out who actually want to sort of, what should we say, assimilate and be part of the community, embrace the country and its culture, pay taxes. Yeah, I don't think they said about, oh, well, just get them all out. So good. He's panicking for no reason. They haven't said that. JMR's on it. All right, monkey mate. Same, never said that. You see that advanced reps are trying to label Restore, which is sad. That's exactly what I don't want to happen, Jupiter. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, maybe you could like apologize, like what Kara says. You know, I'm not going to hold anything against him per se, but there's some things you just don't say about other political parties. I mean, they're all in it together. I would say they all want the best for this country, but they don't, do they? But Restore Britain, Advance UK, and it was Reform for a while, wasn't it? That they're the parties that were hopefully going to make the changes, and let's wait for them, let's support them. And now it's all a bit scattered, and people are like, Reform's not all that. Lady Cullingham is a Muslim. Zahawi is a Muslim. Yusuf is a Muslim. Hang on. And there's a video with a Muslim saying, yes, we've infiltrated Reform UK. We're going to go and celebrate. The Muslim community have infiltrated Reform. And that's going to get people's backs up as well. So do Reform no favours. But I don't want to sit here and say, like, oh, because of Restart. I mean, I've given my opinions, like with Rupert Lowe, which at some point I'll probably have to say, look, I don't mean, I did mean it at the time, but maybe now I'll change my opinion because, you know, Rupert Lowe could end up being, say, Prime Minister and a good choice of possibly because of Restore Britain, their policies, but they're very similar to Advance. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm open to change my mind at any point, but I'm not going to sit here and actually be like, use words like Gestapo or whatever to try and describe a different political party, because as like you lot are reacting, it's just no. I'll just be like, oh, what they're saying about immigration, that doesn't sit right with me, that's too harsh. It's a simple way of saying it. Also, Restore has said that you will get deported if you commit crimes, came illegally, or don't integrate. They have said that you can't get benefits and live off the taxpayer, though. Yeah, which is fair dues, isn't it? But that's not Gestapo. You know, you come to this country, then that's it. Like, you know, you get indefinite leave to remain or whatever it may be, but then you commit some heinous crime, then get out, go home. They should get sent home and, you know, prison in their own country, or then end up being in prison here in our country at taxpayers' expense every week, and then deported afterwards, or they serve half the sentence, then deport, or whatever. If they came illegally, that's it. They've got no right to be here. They're here illegally. They are criminal by definition, illegally, and don't integrate. Why would you come somewhere to not integrate? I mean, if I moved to, say, France or Germany, I'd understand their culture, you know, what they do and how they do it and all that. Yeah, I'll become a part of it. It'd be nice. It'd be something different. But I wouldn't go there then say, right, by the way, I'm English, so I want this, that, and everything else. I want cornflakes. I don't want any bread and cheese or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't get why people move to a different country to try and force. That's what I don't understand with the Muslim community. They escape the East to get to the West, but then force everything from the East onto us in the West, but they escape that. So that makes no sense to me. And that the bully tactics, intimidations, it's just, it doesn't wash with me at all. Doesn't wash with me at all. stroke interview type, whatever, casual. And then, you know, we could put that to bed for him and help him. So, you know. But yeah, I've tried, mate. I sent out emails. I do tweets tagging people if they're up for interviews and that, but trying to get older people and that. A lot of them might just think, you know, what, nearly over 6,000 subscribers, and they might have 9,000, 10,000, 90,000, and they're like, your channel's too small, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what they're thinking. I'm just saying, possibly. But if Lado's in trouble for saying a neo-Nazi, then Gestapo is well out of order, yes. But why no response from the National Director of Advance? Does his silent signal consent to Baraka's remark? See, to me, like, say if someone said that, like, calling it out is obviously the best option. But do you think he may have sort of got wind of that, but then answered his question and then pretended he didn't hear that because he'd rather say nothing so no one get involved? But even though it would have been better to actually say something and say, like, oh, you referenced Restore Britain to Gestapo, maybe you want to rethink that quickly before I answer the question. And then Baraka could be like, oh, yeah, hang on a minute. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't like the fact that your religion has a prophet who is blind donkey, then don't follow a religion that's blind donkeys. Yeah. Well said, Urban Roots. Baraka has been all UK from day one. Yep, I haven't got an issue with the bloke as a person. He just should have chose his word. And I understand what Kara's saying and the others in there. He should apologise for it because it is a bit of a, you know, apologise to Restore Britain, because you don't want to start getting them all aggy and then start attacking other advanced UK people because of Baraka saying that. Do you know what I mean? And you certainly don't want Restore Britain then all deciding to sort of go onto his channel and when he's live, whatever, start harassing him. It's just no, you know, no one's going to gain anything out of that. It's just ridiculous. So it'd be good, like what Cara says, maybe just apologise, say, look, slip of the tongue, shouldn't have said it. It was a really bad analogy to compare Restore Britain to that. But in his mind, like we're saying, he did say, oh, whether they're legal and want to be a part of the UK, doesn't matter, they're still out. So maybe the Gestapo word went with what his next sentence was by saying, oh, even if they're legal, they got to go. So maybe he did mean to say that, and he's going to have to apologise a little bit bigger and say, well, you know, I thought I'd say that, or whatever with this, whatever with that, shouldn't have said it, right, retract it, whatever. So I used to say some type of questioning, an interrogation, if you will, the business. So he's saying he's educating quickly because the listeners are on Layla's case now. Even though police are involved, he's in danger of legal action. That's the problem, isn't it? The biggest live stream in the world. Osman Gold loves Rupert. Yes, I did see. Yeah, tactics. Right, he hasn't. What's the? I saw you said about a link, but there's no links. There's no link, mate. I think only like Business Australia is a mod. He can do links. I'm sorry for my choice to Wiz. Very old paper. Very good. People need to read resource policy paper themselves. Yeah, I mean, he literally said that he'd been up reading it all, so maybe he was tired and he misunderstood. That said, he does read the policy in full before commenting. Yeah, you think that, but he did say, I watched it, I read it all, and I stayed up late and read it all. Wait, if Restore is a Gestapo, does that make Wiz the Grand Wizard now? Yep. UK values, not black values. But shh, it's a secret. That is when he is Wizard the White. His YouTube persona is Ward the Grey. That's a very different hat, mate. More pointy and white. Turns out Wiz's words are papers, please. Thanks for the super chat, Pat. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Wiz's words, papers, please. Oh, yeah, please. Tony, no. Don't get me associated with anything like no. I got nothing to say about that. Like, just don't get me like with that. JK reps need to talk about correcting mistake. Yep, I'm all up for that. Yep, Baraka spent the first 14 years of life living in a refugee camp. There you go. Then he doesn't need to explain to our culture, etc. I don't think he would understand how offensive that word is. that could also be a thing. But then, you know, like I say, Cara says she's replied accordingly. So it's a winter line of merch. Baraka shared a very thinly veiled joke about it the next day on the campaign addendum. It's a short about being sent home. Sat very wrong with me after the Gestapo comment. Exactly. He was in a real refugee camp. Yes. Yeah, I knew he was in some sort of camp. I got wind of it. I read it somewhere or heard it or whatever. Muslims want to put the world under Sharia because they believe in their own religion. You would only understand it if you were religious and genuinely followed your prophet. Yeah, Brian. Thanks for commenting, Brian. Yeah, I've got a video on Tuesday. I've got a thing where apparently the police are ignoring Sharia law and stuff. Some of those figures of that are shocking, but that's on Tuesday at 1, so don't miss it. Caroline, I find it extremely offensive. I can't imagine much worse, and it's putting a target on people's back, as we have seen. Abhorrent. Yeah. Yep. If anyone calls you Nazi, show them our link. Mad Monkey, you keep saying link. I can't see no link. I can't see no link, mate. I don't think it's coming out. No more from any Islamic countries, says Mr. Waffle. Baraka made a point of boasting he had been up all night reading the policy paper, so he should have known better. Yes, that's why I started it a bit further back, so we got a nice context of it, and we watched all that. So I just can't believe that Lubna's Pakistani parents actually back Resource notion of banning Pakistani visa routes. Well, yeah, it's done a 12-hour stream or something, didn't she? I did see a bit of it, but I didn't go up on nothing. Alan, I stand corrected. Nothing wrong being corrected. That's how we all learn, mate. Then went and cozied up to a man who was a racist. Most notable defection today was Orla Minane from Recycle to Restore, who will get a great set of ladies to join their party. Oh, excuse me. Was hoping she'd join Sarah at Advance UK, but fully understand. Yep. The biggest issue with younger politicians is that they only have how the country is now as a frame of reference, while older people remember how it was. Yes. Moo. Wisdom, that's assuming that they haven't gone through the communism, social and brainwashing that is our education system and majority of social media first. Yep, always that. Baraka was out of all the dangerous words I've unsubscribed. You see, that's bad. I mean, I'm not going to comment either way. You know, if that's how you feel, Carol, and I think Cara said the same, then fair play. I mean, I can't defend it, but, you know, he's doing whatever he can for Advance and that. He should have thought about what he said. I don't really know what could happen from this point on other than him saying, like, hang on a minute, I apologize. Do you know what I mean? That's the best thing you could do. Whether people then will resubscribe and forgive him or what, I don't know. But I spoke to Baraka. He told me he meant gelato. Bloody ice cream. Of course, a Nazi has absolutely zero meaning. It's more offensive to be called a pro-Palestine supporter. Yeah. Hell no. Judging on skill is bound to have many errors. I go on character. Yeah, I mean, if you actually judge someone on your skin color, you got a problem. I mean, blimey heck. Like, and I don't even, when you look at someone, you listen to them, you're looking at their face. I assume you look at their eyes or their mouth when they're talking, and you take in what they're saying, and then you think, this man talks sense, or woman. This is good. You don't suddenly go, oh, but by the way, before I make a decision, I can see your skin color, but what religion are you? I need to judge you. So, do you know what I mean? I've never been like that in my life. I don't care. Don't care what color you are, what your religion is. If you are a good person, you're a good person. But, you know, he also he also misrepresents an argument about Christianity and made it look like it was racist. Did he now? See, I don't know, but that's where you got to be careful. You can't start spinning things just for getting views and clicks. It's not on. Like me getting Hugh Anthony. I'll put him on X saying Anthony Hugh. I did say, oh, you're free about 4 o'clock. Come on the channel and have a chat about it. But he didn't respond. Probably like, you can't get my name right, mate. So as a wizard, do one. Which I completely understand. I apologize, Hugh Anthony, for getting your name wrong. Someone needs to go through it with him and just explain he's safe. LOL, Patsy Jupiter. Triggermaster, Hoes. Hello, Triggermaster. I don't know why I keep going all Miss Doubtfire on that one. Restore seem to be using all advanced policies and even using a line in their promos. Oh, no way. They started doing that as well. A bit short on their ideas, lazy. Yeah, I've said it a few times. Like, it is advanced policies, and even his video when he's on the farm, he's using words from Ben Habib's speech on February the 7th from the conference. So from the Emmanuel Centre, and I'm like, do you know what I mean? And that's when I was saying about Rupert Lowe. He can't run a football club. He ran it into the ground. So how can he run a country? That's why I was saying all that as well. But yeah, it does seem that way, Triggermaster. Like I've commented on one of my videos today with someone saying, no, but maybe he could come up with his own policies. Do you know what I mean? So Baraka's young enough to use buzzwords like Gestapo, SS, Nazi, ethno-nat, but then he should know where that leads as well. Yeah, I mean, there's always consequences. Carol in the chat, they're like, do you know what I mean? Unsubscribed. So there are consequences. You got to think about your words. I mean, if I ever say anything that's a bit whatever, hopefully you in the chat, you're on it, and I'll be scrolling through and I'll catch up and I'll be like, oh, you said, well, oh, what? Then I have to think what I said and I'll correct it there and then if I need to. Do you know what I mean? But I was surprised he never. But he looks like he sat at a desk and he's quite away from everything. So maybe he didn't see the chat and people might have said something and he just didn't really realise. So it's pronounced bougie or bougie. Oh, is it? Based on bougie. Based on bougie. Based on bougie. Based on bougie. The Baraka Show. Based on bougie. Baraka Show. Based on bougie. Baraka Show. There you go. I do write my own lyrics, by the way. I was going to say write songs, but I don't write the music. I write lyrics. I've got loads and loads and loads of lyrics. I've written lyrics to Cows Come Home. I even wrote some poetry, ladies and gents. I wrote some poetry the other day. Well, a few months back, and I actually put it into a competition, see what happens. So, never done that before, but why not? But I'm worried because people do, what's it now? Like I wrote my book in that, but people were saying, oh, you can write a book with AI. I was like, but why would you do that? Oh, you can write a poetry, you can use AI. Why would you use that? What's the point of having a brain and being creative if you're going to let a computer do it? It bugs me, AI. The left arts use those words every day. No one cries. No one cries. No one cries. There you go, cries. I know Baraka's independent our side, but he's going to pee people off if he carries on. That's the problem, Urban Roots. And like, you don't want people watching because, they're angry at you or they're going to start attacking you. That's like, it's going to do more harm than good. So what happened to Charlie Kirk wasn't all that long ago after all. Yeah, that was bloody, I felt sick. I did. I knew as soon as it happened, as soon as I got wind of it, I turned around to my missus. I said, he's not going to survive. I said, the man's going to die. I don't know, it just hit me. I knew. So I was right. And I wish whoever pray to God that you're wrong. That was one of those moments. Absolutely awful. Made me sick. Can you imagine that though, just for having points of views and having opinions and that, and I just I do not understand how some people think to get triggered like that. I had someone get triggered on my comments last night, ended up deleting it all because I couldn't be bothered. And they're trying to twist it and going, oh, but you're crying about that. I was like, no, I wasn't. I was telling you that you got triggered because I gave you my 7 reasons as to why Advanced UK is a better choice over Restore Britain. It's my video, my opinion. I thought about that. I scripted that. I actually scripted that video, and I scripted the one that went up today about Gorton and Denton. I actually, wrote, and then I'll have it on my laptop. Normally I like this, no script, nothing, unscripted. But with that, I had to think about what to say, and I was trying to make a video with purpose. And 7 reasons why Advanced UK is a choice over Restore. It takes some thinking. I had to do some research, and I wrote it down. And then I've done it, and he gets triggered over it. But that's my opinion. They're my 7 reasons. I'm not saying they're right, but I'm just saying from my side of it, with my opinion and my views, I feel this is right, and it's the right thing to say. You can go watch the video and then let me know in the chat what you think. But it was scripted, yes. You might be able to tell because I probably talk differently. Like when I'm talking like this, like I've always said, it's verbal diarrhea, isn't it? Just blah, 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 blah. But when I'm doing it like that, it's scripted, I'm reading it or whatever, but trying to make out that I'm reading it. But like a news reporter, and the video I've done today as well about Gorton and Denton, like who's going to win? That surprised me as well when I've done my research for the figures and like, well, But anyway, but yeah, go and check the videos out. Make sure you comment. The algorithm loves it. I love it. You love it. I love it. I love you. You love me. Whee! Shut up, Wiz. Anyway, Mark, what happened to Johnny Cole not that long ago? After all, the first step is always to just label somebody, and that leads to dehumanization. And it's a slippery slope. Great audience today with free figures and flying high about. Yes. Yeah, it's been a good one. Not too sure what should we see how many views we've had so far today? Let's see. It's been a good one. So like I didn't really expect much being Saturday and Sundays. But you know, I don't mind doing like every day. Like if you people, you know, I know not all of you because obviously you got lives and you do what you do, and I get that. But you know, there's some of you about and you want me to be here and there and doing whatever, then I'll do it. I don't mind. I like this. It's like this is my escape. I don't know what I'm escaping from, but you know, but it's a giggle. But you know, I enjoy it. So, but let's see. My word, ladies and gents, we've had over 3,150 views. Wow, where did they come from? Where did they come from, ladies and gents? That's nuts. That is nuts. So thank you to every single one of you. So you're right there up the cherries. Yeah, it's a blooming great audience. You're all fantastic. I bet a lot of people come on there and like, how old's he? What's that beard, mate? What's dodgy beanie? They judge me. I don't like that. I think that's a depression thing. You always worry about what other people thinks about you when you should just be yourself. Yeah, it shows basically nothing. It shows basically nothing. If you're going to choose on stuff like that, the only thing that you should make sense is banning whole groups would be culture ideology. I've unstubbed from Baraka too. Yeah, see, there we go. I posted under the video. Still no apology retraction from him. He must know by now how bad that was. Yeah, he should know. I mean, I don't know why he used to it. I don't know. But I can't say I've ever had the word Gestapo in my vocabulary anyway, full stop. So it's just nuts. Still got my brew. That's the wifey asking if I want a brew. Still got one, mate. I ain't even drunk it all. I've been talking so much. Isn't that nice, wifey popping in? Oh, you're right. Would you like a brew? Thanks, wifey. No. She's my wizette. I'm the wizard. She's the wizette. So, yeah. But yeah, Baraka seems to have the mindset of advance is us and everybody else is them, but he's effectively attacking his allies. Yeah, that's it, Mark. Which I don't want to fall in. I've always said, like, yes, I say whatever about Rupert, but I don't know about in the future. The Restore Britain could be the answer, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm edging my bets, should we say. Yes, I am a member, fully paid up member of Advance UK, but I don't want to sit here and start giving it all whatever against Restore because they could be the party of the future. Who knows what's happening? I didn't like the fact that Rupert Lowe started the party, how he done it when he was offered advance, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to bore you. I've already told you all, haven't I? But do you know what I mean? It sort of got my back up a bit, but it is what it is. You know, the man's entitled to do whatever he wants to do. Do you know what I mean? Which he has done. So fair play to him. So go Rupert and go Restore. I'll keep an eye. As soon as they're a registered political party, then, you know, I'll have a look. And even Ben Habib said he's paid up member of Restore. So there we go. Baraka could put Rupert life in danger. I've always liked him, but after that, no. That's the thing. Like, you've got to be careful because the neo-Nazi comment from Layla Cunningham put Rupert Lowe's life at stake because people started to react accordingly. And you're like, whoa, hang on a minute. Imagine that. Just saying something and you could put someone else's life in danger. It's just not on. It is not on. So yeah, you got to be careful. And that, I do worry about it myself doing live streams. I really do. So banning all immigrants from Muslim countries is not the best policy. Banning all immigrants from Muslim countries is not the best policy. Allow non-Muslims from those countries trying to escape because they keep getting genocided. Christians, Sikhs, Jews, Baha'i. Yeah. That's it, Brian. I mean, blimey. The chances are a lot, you can go to Islamic states, they're less than 1% Jewish because they do the ethnic cleansing, but you're not allowed to say it. Do you know what I mean? So, Restore's 113-page policy paper was written in October last year. Blimey, how was it? See, I never knew that. That's impressive. 113-page policy. Wow. And then he comes out saying advances. Mods, can you please share, please? Still not there. Still not seeing it. If you want business, I think business is still about, or one of the mods. If you write it, put a space, put .com or whatever it is, spelled DOT, they can then transfer that, because that's what Electrodoc normally does. It transfer that into the proper link and then they put it up. So Baraka and Based are great people and great plus for advance. Yes, I'm not Based and Boogie. They're totally new to me. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and blag it. I've heard of the Baraka show and Baraka, obviously, but Based and Boogie are new to me. So we'll play that video in a minute. I'm trying to catch up with all your chats. We'll do the video in a minute, and then we'll work out, where we're at with Hugh Anthony being racist. So Baraka Based, great people, great for advance. I am proud to be a member of advance, and I can't just jump ship because of personalities. Richard, what the real members' numbers? Basically, yes, because they're saying 40,000 of them signed up as a movement, not a party, so they shouldn't be counted. So, take that with a pinch of salt, really, I suppose, either, but there's that many, and are they going to leave now it's a party? Probably not, they'll be there. But yeah, I'm exactly the same, and that's my point. Like, why would you just jump ship straight away? Literally, I paid £20, I'm part of Advanced UK. You what? Restore, right, see ya. Like, where's your loyalty? Where's your commitment? Do you know what I mean? Oh, I really like what I'm hearing about Advanced UK, but tomorrow I'll be restored because I changed my mind. What? How did that come about? Yeah, I'm the same. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's my point. There's a target on Reaper's back, and Advanced National Director just sat there silent. Sarah White said nothing also. I know. It's not like saying, like, would they have heard it and they could say, like, oh, I didn't pick up on it or I didn't catch it. I mean, that would be a get out of jail free card. I didn't hear him say it. Sorry, I didn't realise. I wouldn't even consider jumping ship for at least a year, to be honest. A lot of things can change before the election. Yeah, I mean, and then the next one's 2029, general election, isn't it? 2029. There's going to be a lot of water under the bridge before then. Starmer's getting in trouble over them islands. Lawsuits already. Well, there you go, Rob. Sums up Starmer. Is the link getting censored? Yes. Look, even business saying, where's the link? That's what I'm saying. Separate it. So, like mine, thewizardswords.com for merch. Then put the wizard's words space DOT space com. And then he'll see it, and then he can put it accordingly. You know what I mean, guys? I don't know why I said it like that either. Sorry. It would be late to discuss it in the chat, but add the link in the comments. It might not get removed there. Yeah, he's trying. Kai's discussing, he knows right from wrong. I used to like him, but not after that. That's what I mean. See, some people, just because of using that word, that's it. End of. So he doesn't have any better excuse for Barrack's behaviour offensive to him. Yeah. I suppose, yeah, because he said afterwards, though, didn't he? People that, whether they're, even if they're legal, they go. So it seems appropriate that he said Gestapo before saying that. So I can see what you're saying. So I think he did know better, and he more than likely chose that word because it was followed with, even if they're illegal, even if they're legal, they got to go. So that sums up with the lines of Gestapo. Makes them out to be a lesser person for whom we need to make allowances. Baraka has a stream in a Ming called Are Black Patriots Still Welcome in This Movement? Oh, God, really? Oh, you just don't play the race card. Do not play the race card. It's, oh, my God, it's so yesterday. We start taking the knee and all that. It's just rubbish. Like, I've never seen anyone like that. And the only time racism is a problem is when they're harping on about, but don't be racist. Don't be racist. Oh, this is racist. Any other time, it's just like, get on with it. Like, so I don't see people for colour. I see people for who they are, their personality, their character. So, Carol agrees with Cara. So, yeah. Any influencers should try to be aware of their words and be careful what they say. And if they don't know something, they should just say they don't know. Exactly. That's where I'm at, mate. If I don't know, I don't know. Jake, how you doing, mate? Welcome. I haven't seen you in the chat beforehand, so welcome. I was on Lumina's channel many times. She's very manipulative. Yeah, see, I was a member. I don't think I'm subscribed anymore. I watched, like I say, I watch people how they talk and that. So, right, shall I skip through all trying to catch up with you guys, but we want to play this video, don't we? So, but Advanced and Restore must unite. They are stronger together. Yep, but I don't think it's going to happen, though, mate. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm still waiting for Guardian Mo to come back about you being on the Monday show. He'll probably be okay with it. So, Wiz, take Baraka under your wing and teach him. Yeah, I've tried to contact him, trying to get older people. Anyway, I haven't seen you in the chat either, actually, Enfield for a bit. So, yeah, good. N18. North London. Tottenham. I did depend how Tottenham are getting on. But yeah, I tried to contact him a few times, but people just don't respond ever. So, Tottenham and Arsenal's 1-1. There you go. There you go. That's a Brucey bonus, 1-1. I thought we were going to be about 3-0 down by half time. But yeah, I mean, anyone who watches Baraka, get in the chat and say, like, oh, the Wizard Words wants to be, wants you on his channel and all that. So contact me. The Wizard Words UK@gmail.com. Email me. So, Advanced Series almost like they're stronger together. They are, what was I going to say? But I can't see it happening because Rupert's saying to Ben, oh yeah, Advanced UK and yourself, you're welcome. Come over here because it's my party, my way, like it or lump it. And then Ben saying, like, yeah, but we got Advanced UK, it's already a registered political party. Come over here, happy days. And Rupert's like, yeah, but you got the college and you could just wake me out when you realise that I'm all this and all that and blah, blah, blah. And my way or no way, right, wait them out. Don't like it. So get rid of the college. And Advanced aren't going to do that. So I don't think it was a mistake either. See, that's what I'm saying now, innit? I was saying that because he said afterwards, like, yeah, don't matter if you're legal or not, they're going to get rid of you. So it goes well. There is somebody on Talk TV that thinks Restore are all racist because of how they determine who's British, but not being British doesn't mean to deport. Yeah, it's all going to get blown out of proportion. That's their way of trying to dirty Restore Britain because they're trying to force people with reform, I expect. GB News might do that, being that what's his name? Farage has got so many shares in GB News. Libna peed everyone off with a dog versus Muslim stream. She did. I bet. Because someone said, didn't they? Someone actually got asked, would you choose the dog or a Muslim? And they said the dog. So I'm pretty surprised that Reaper hasn't endorsed Nick Buckley yet. Yeah, that would have been a good sign, wouldn't it? A little sort of olive branch, so to speak. But yeah, but no. She changes her tune depending on what will get views. She'll be back to pretending to read the Bible soon. See, I've seen that said a few times, Jake. Like, because I thought, well, she's obviously turning her back on Islam, and then the next one, she's bigging it all up, and I was a bit confused. So, will Rupert and Dawes Roku from Exeter. I love Ben, Paul, and Richard and Advance, but I feel like the college is a way for the public to get involved. It's also a way for Islam's tentacles to slime in there. I think the college would actually sort of repel anything to do with Islam. So I don't think it's a mistake, Baraka, not stupid. Yeah, see, I'm assuming those views came after I joined the chat. If we check it and see how sure confirm this and everything else is fake news. Very good. Hey, all good and you. Right, should we get this video play? So I'm not catching up, am I? I'm gonna have to scoot through all the chat and catch up with so we can talk about this, for example, and the wrong opinion. So is there anything there that I hope I haven't missed anything that you wanted me to get? But I see Slim's in the house. Yep, I literally just look business. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yep, that's what I was like with Advance, mate. But yeah, Restore, we see. Yeah. Right. Let's get what's it called? Get right. Right, we'll play this video, guys, so you can see it, you can hear it, and then we're gonna obviously discuss. It's all turned up and everything. Right, are you ready?
Look, I want him to be deported, but I want him to go enjoy a nice life back in his native homeland. What's wrong with that? My favourite African. Hello.
I'm here with Lord Farquhar.
Farquhar. Hold on.
Yes.
3 foot. Come on, I'm not 3 foot, right?
I'm actually taller than him.
This is not true. This is not true.
So how do you
Listen,
feel standing next to an African? Do you feel like your
I think it's
body's
great. You're going back.
vibrating
You're going
with
back, but I
racism?
think it's.
killed.
I want him to be deported, but I want him to go and enjoy a nice life back in his native homeland. What's wrong with that? My favourite African. Hello.
I'm here with Lord Farquhar.
Farquhar. Hold on.
Yes.
3 foot. Come on, I'm not 3 foot, right?
I'm actually taller than him.
This is not true. This is not true.
So how do you
Listen,
feel standing next to an African? Do you feel like your
I think it's
body's
great. You're going back.
vibrating
You're going
with
back, but I
racism?
think it's.
Killed.
I want him.
So there you go. I played it through twice, but yeah, Lord Parkrun. But
To be
like
deported, but I want him to.
they're saying, like his face, he does the eyebrow. Baraka's laughing. I mean, I know that it's been even Richard Inman, whatever they're saying, like you're racist and this and that, and I think even Ricky Doolan shared it, saying, "Oh, it's racist" or whatever. But look at his face.
Go and enjoy a nice life back in his native homeland.
See, he smiled, done his little eyebrow and all that. Like, is he actually being racist? Do you know what I mean? I can see what you say. I mean, I said in the thing that it's like fell flat, but even the woman though to say, "Oh, like my African" or whatever, you think, "Oh, hang on." Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have said that. So, I mean, but I don't. I'm not sure that he was being deliberately like, "This is me. I'm all out racist. Listen to this." I don't know if it was like that. I may be wrong. Probably am, but I don't know. It's just like because Baraka was laughing about it. So I'm the true defender of the faith. What do you think? I look like Jesus? So what do you think about that? Do you think that could be deemed to be do you know what I mean? I'll just play it on a little bit more.
What's wrong with that?
See, Baraka's like, "Yeah, don't care, funny, whatever." And he's like, "What's wrong with that?" And he's got that smirk on his face. And now this.
Favourite African. Hello.
I'm here with Lord Farquhar.
Farquhar. Hold on.
Yes.
3 foot. Come
Yeah, 3 foot, mate. What is he, the same size as a Smurf?
on, I'm not 3 foot, right?
I'm actually taller than him.
This is not true. This is not true.
So how do you feel
Listen,
standing next to an African? Do you feel like you're
See, she's saying, "How do you still feel being stood next to Africans?" So she's there as well, like saying, like bringing up like African or whatever. So is it a bit of like, tete-a-tete type, little bit of banter, having a giggle?
I think it's great. You're going back. You're going back, but I think it's.
See the way so you're going back. I don't know. I'm a bit confused here because I don't think it's done in a full on "I'm a racist." I don't think Hugh Anthony meant that at all. I think it's probably done as banter, a joke. It's fallen flat with a lot of people, and they've jumped on it and they started calling him racist. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Unless I'm told otherwise or I'm misreading something, I don't know. Have you sold a dud? Yep. Why can't we get along? That's a good name. Dr. Lee in the house. Yeah, I like that. Why can't we get along? Good name. Good name. So. But because Nick Buckley, didn't they twist what he said to make out he's a bit misogynistic or something when he wasn't. That got called out, but then debunked. But other than that, I don't know. Other than that, I don't know, Mr. Waffle. I don't know. Based on Boogie. Bushi. It's a sweet lady. Yep. And she said, "Oh, how's it being how is it being stood next to African? Is your blood or whatever?" So there's some sort of joke going there, and she's obviously made out that he was like 3 foot tall or something. So I don't know. I think the merger isn't happening right now because they both know that 3 years of strong personality has potential to fall apart in those 3 years. Yep. Lord Fuckwad is yeah, I know. Lord, studied the Bunting Cloverleaf map to understand wars in the Middle East and Mackinder's Heartland Theory to understand the war in Ukraine. Did I write that down already? You keep bombarding me with stuff. It's going to be like I'm going back to school, mate. I think I wrote it. I remember writing Bunting because there's a dance player, Steve Bunting. I remember. What a way to Cloverleaf map. Middle East. I hope everyone at home's making notes. Middle East and Mackinder's Heartland Theory to understand Ukraine. My nan was Ukrainian. Was adopted, but my adopted nan. She was a lovely lady, absolutely lovely lady. She was in the news because her family came over to see her first time ever in like decades. So she was in the paper. That was nice. Whereas doing it later would be less risk of that happening. Yes. Hi peeps, says Anne Wilson. Hi peeps. That's from a series, isn't it? Hi peeps. Peeps. Ben jumped the gun. He didn't stick to the plan. Integrity Party rebrand as Advance. Talk to Richard Roadways, please. Yeah, I'm still waiting. We need to confirm. They said they'd be happy to come on, and talk to them and that. But yeah, it was Integrity Party to start with, but then it had connotations with South Park or something. So what's wrong with that? The fact that you want him gone because he's black, only that. Baraka is live now with Boogie, but on my cup of tea, and don't get me started on Soyboy Hugh Anthony and up please with. I'm just saying, it's Baraka was involved, so I'll be interesting to see. I think that's wrong. What's his race about that? Virtual signaling bullshit. That's the thing. See, people take it in different ways as well. He said it before, dude. Boogie is a babe. Boogie is a babe. It's what led up to it, though. There was a man who didn't say anything racist. Baraka was accusing him of racial slurs. Yeah, we don't want that. Race is real. Ask any surgeon. I remember Linford Christie. That was a 100-meter race. Which what Rupert said, nothing bad about Ben, not one word. No, I don't think either. I don't think Ben has about Rupert. Rupert has about Ben. Oh, nothing. Oh, no, I know the score. I'm part of their team. But yeah. Race is very real. As racist is very stupid. The bread bot, I don't like Hugh. He actually calls himself an F and that. Oh, does he? I'll say to that man, don't go up to Baraka and base. They are the decent ones. Try it with the men in hotel. It's a bit cowardly. Baraka pretty much had the other man set upon for when the man didn't say anything racist. Yeah, that's not good. The racist cards is just so yesterday. Story will come pull it out sooner. The Wiz needs to talk to them. Yep. Need to sort time out with them actually. I'll have to email them again and say we can book them in to notice the difference is not racist. Hating for the difference is. Racist no longer means anything. Let's get thrown around. I'll spin it live. Baraka is not what I thought he was. No, some people are. We stream Baraka's live. I would, but no. Yeah, he was being a smarmy racist, but Baraka laughed that off, but got another man removed for racist at this event when he wasn't actually racist. So I'm talking about what you said about a post or something about endorsing Nick. I'm guessing you were supposed to put wouldn't rather than would. Airbnb, but she gets it wrong sometimes. Yep, I bet I'll do it all. The other guy was check the other stream. Baraka is a constant on the Jolly Heretic. He's doing a good job for Advance on that. He's whatever, but I think he's taking the pee messing about. That's what I thought. That's how it came across to me, as if like they know each other, they're having a giggle. That's how I picked it up. But my fingers are letting me down today. The true defenders to the original Abrahamic stay away from religion and stick to the faith and the laws of Moses. That's a bit hard, but there's so much evidence, like which literally we have to do with Jesus Christ, haven't we? There's actual evidence of like Pontius Pilate's letter, etc. Hugh Anthony is the epitome of everything wrong about so-called YouTube celebrities are joining to rights supporting parties, and he is openly racist. I've been watching him over a good while. Yeah, so why would you do that? Hi guys, just got to do. Is that Law's voice I can hear? Band again. We're watching Hugh Anthony, and I called him Anthony Hugh on X, and he replied and said, "My name's Hugh Anthony." I went, "Oh look, you're 100% correct. Well done." My bad. Oops, I can't believe it. I got his name wrong. What an idiot. Why can't we get along? I think we can all agree racism is dumb. Yeah, but constantly playing the race card is dumber. Baraka and Boogie have, gosh, and nice people, but isn't he anti-Semitic? It's just another racism. Basin Boots is awesome, but Baraka's a little weird at times. I don't trust him. Seems to be the thing. Seems to be the general consensus. Mr. Well, yes, I wouldn't endorse or support Nick Buckley. Horrible stuff, especially mocking a woman getting baptized. Horrible. See, I wouldn't do that. Why would you do that? Momo satanic, ergo satanic verses. I work with people in the nations in the UK company. I never had a problem. Yeah. I bought some Ukrainian boxer shorts yesterday. They were rubbish. Chernobyl fallout. That is so old. It's supposed to be Russian pair of boxer shorts, actually. But I see what you've done with Ukrainian to throw it in there to make it relevant. Well done. You're banned again. Oh, no, you are banned again. Baraka does have a strange way about him. He's clearly, though. Yeah. So that's why I think he's going to have to own what he said. I feel like that now. I can hear Tommy loud and clear. Oh, blimey, was that? Oh, you could maybe catching up. Cara, I'm lost. No way you meant that. The point for me is he's inconsistent. He castigated a guy who said nothing racial, but then had racial banter with someone who has hard line policies on having people like Baraka kicked out. Jupiter says as well, no consistency. The wizard is born again. Oh, yeah. Even serious atheist historians don't deny Christ exists. They just don't think he was divine. Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Imagine being divine and people don't recognise you being divine. My thing is warming up now. Was at the shops. So they were cold and stiff. Hi, Duke's funny stuff from Wednesday today. Hello. Yes, I caught up. There we go, guys. Oh, an hour and a half. That was cushy. But yeah, I just thought it's worth mentioning because the Tommy Robinson video, I think that was good. Very good. Baraka, like I said in the title, I said to lie about Restore Britain. I think there's something there that's not true. So, you know, and that Hugh Anthony thing, maybe he's a racist, but in this instant with Baraka and the young lady, it seems like they're having banters to me. I can see why people are saying what they're saying. Don't get me wrong. I see that. But his face and the way he's doing it, he does his eyebrow and that, it's all like as if like messing about. He's not serious, like, oh. So, ain't Electrodoc got any Wi-Fi in Spain? He could at least pop in for a chat while on his holidays. Two-word to answer UK supporter, ignorance. Yeah, he's too busy having a whale of a time. He had a lobster head. He probably can't talk. His face is all bright red and cracked. But anyway, right. There we go, ladies and gents. It's been a good one. I actually caught up with the chat and around an hour and a half. I said we'll go for hour and a half. That's what I'll try and get the videos to, like that sort of length. I mean, there's going to be some here and there that we're talking about whatever to go on for a bit more, but happy days. But I am back Monday with Guardian Mo, and I think Michael McCarthy might be with us talking about his stuff, which would be absolutely fascinating. So that's at 1 o'clock. Tuesday, I think I've got it up about the police and the being Islamophobic. Because, you know, don't talk about it, geese, but the Sharia law thing. But yeah, so those sort of videos get shadow banned. They're the ones I need shared, and you'll help I can getting the word out. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that was a good stream. I think we got through the 3 things. Yay! All in good time. Hope I didn't bore you all too much to death. Had to be done. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So what is it today? Sunday. So yeah, Monday to Friday next week, 1 o'clock. And don't forget, Wednesdays and Thursdays will now be at 7 p.m. like it says at the top of the screen. And they're the shows that you can call in. All right, happy days. And then hopefully we get to hear your voices, and then you can literally have your say. And it can be about anything. Be what we're talking about. Keep it on topic. And then if there's something else that I want it brought up, or where I open the floor to absolutely anything, then I'll tell you. Then you can call in. So I'll give you all the links. Do you know what I mean? So it's all happy days. So thank you to every single one of you in chat. I really appreciate you being there. Obviously, big thanks to Pat the Milkman for his super chat there. And also a big thanks to Give the Gospel of Jesus for her membership and supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Happy days. You're brilliant. You're brilliant too, Carol, because you're here to watch a brilliant show on a brilliant channel. You have to be brilliant yourself. It's as simple as that. And it's got to catch up. Happy days. Interact. Thank you to every single one of you in chat. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments and everything. I got through them all. I kept up. It's all happy days. So brilliant. And then I'll see you all Monday at 1 o'clock with Guardian Mo and possibly Michael McCarthy. So it'll be a part 2 of that. It's going to be brilliant. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I say at the end of every single video, that is the wizard's words.